sacred creation. To call the creation of life, to call it sacred, can't hold the all-encompassing truth of accepting that you are sacred. Deep within, the sacredness is the light at the center of your being. The calling is to ask, to join in that sacredness with your awareness, with your yes. And then allow the sacred Holy Spirit to take you and unravel everything that is not. It's the sacredness. In the sacredness, you're really called in every moment to sink, to truly rest and allow. That the sacredness of creation is calling in love. It only calls because you believe you're separate from the sacredness. When you no longer believe that you are separate, you won't experience the idea of separateness. That is the sacredness of the love that you are. To accept that you are completely innocent, completely pure, completely love. There's nothing to do to become. There is only yes. And letting the yes have its way. To sink into the yes. Yes to everything that is and is. And the illusion will truly evaporate. just a dream that never was. Those words are only necessary and helpful to allow you to have some sense of where love takes you. Love takes you to where you are, at home. And you don't have to do anything to be that. You are the sacredness of creation. In this prayer, this hymn, I ask for strength. Oh, my Father, give me strength. The strength of love is what is waiting for you. The strength of love. The peace of love. A harmony of love. Devoid of all perception of difficulties or differences. And only the eternal can be what you are. Eternal. But not eternally suffering, not eternally battling, not eternally fearful. No, those don't, they don't live in eternity. They drop away when they're no longer held as real. They drop away. They were never true. They drop away. Oh, my Father, give me strength, give me courage on this road, to be a child of yours on earth and tread the path the Master showed. Oh, my Mother, help me love, give me comfort to be aware, to obey these sacred teachings. It was your Son who showed the way. Oh, my Master, your compassion can see through this pain, for it was you who came to earth to release us from our chains. Oh, my Father, I am yours. Give me comfort to be aware. Send your angels here to guide me on this sacred path of the sun. My Father and my Mother, who rule the world of love, Send your angels to receive me through the gateway of pure love. When you allow the words to really connect with your heart, when you let it come in, the words transmute into the energy of love. So you're no longer just connecting with words, you're connecting with a vibration that you've just forgotten, and it opens within, and you welcome the vibration. You welcome the communion of that vibration. And every time you accept the vibration and the communion and the yes to love, a little fear drops away. It starts becoming thinner every time you allow the vibration of love to communicate with you, commune with you, become one for a moment, and breathe with that yes, and allow. As you allow love to serve you in remembering, all of creation that is the light is available for serving you. In the moment, every moment, there is a choice being made. Yes to love, yes to help, yes to being shown the way. Or there is, I have thoughts, I know, I decide, I forget. But as soon as you remember, you come back. That's always the choice. If you have to come back every other minute, you come back every other minute. I ask for comfort from the kings, from the heavens, the forest, and the sea. I ask for comfort from the queens to come and illuminate me. I ask for comfort from the princesses, from the heavens, the forest, and the sea. I ask for comfort from the princes to come and illuminate me. I ask for comfort from the angels, from the heavens, the forest, and the sea. I ask for comfort from the saints to come and illuminate me. Come and illuminate me. And the divine answers. The illumination is with you. and it's in you, waiting to be reunited with itself. Eu peço conforto às reis do céu, da floresta, do mar. Peço conforto às rainhas para nos iluminar. Eu peço conforto às príncipes do céu, da floresta, do mar. Peço conforto às princesas para nos iluminar. Eu peço conforto aos anjos do céu, da floresta, do mar. Peço conforto aos santos para nos iluminar. Hold for a moment that every prayer, every hymn, every poem of love is your heart's prayer. It was brought into manifestation. Prayers, hymns, poems, they were brought into manifestation to make the connection more tangible, to open a doorway that you can enter into, that you can meet, and let it teach you what its purpose is. Let it teach you how love comes to help you, to teach you how it's possible to be transformed back into love when it seems so distant, so disconnected. And yet it keeps calling. And every time you answer yes, the strength of love is more connected. Again, a poem can open the window into the divine. It can teach you what's in the way so that you can clearly choose love and let go of all the illusions that have been the addiction for humanity. The ego is just another addiction. Or you could say it's the father of addictions. But it's not the truth. I vote for you for God. When your eyes have found the strength to constantly speak to the world all that is most dear to your own life, when your hands and feet and tongue perform in that rare unison that comforts this longing earth with the knowledge that your soul has been groomed in his city of love. And when you can make others laugh with jokes that belittle no one, and your words always unite, love does vote for you, and will vote for you to be the minister of every country in this universe. Love does vote for you, my dear. I vote for you to be God. You came here to be God. You have always been God, and the you disappears in that truth. But accepting the way back to love is part of the learning of surrender. It's difficult sometimes to take a truth, a teaching that will open windows and doors. But it's a leap of faith to take that teaching and let it have its way with you. And to not be afraid of the unraveling. Just a teaching that would say, when you express private thoughts, you are offering separation. So this is a teaching that to the ego says, what's wrong with my private thoughts? Why are they wrong? And the truth is, they're not wrong. They're just really a fantasy. There's no right or wrong to what we believe on our own. But that's all that everyone's ever known, is what the mind believes, what the belief is that you're on your own, you're separate. And you believe, as everyone has ever believed, that private thoughts are important. So it takes a trust to accept that you are being invited to see the truth that your private thoughts are a means of separation, because that's what they were made for. And yet, when you look at private thoughts, they always are about separation. When they're thoughts that God has not joined. And yet the answer to this, when you express private thoughts, you offer separation. The answer is, why would anyone ever want a thought that was separate from God's. You are the sacred creation. And the oneness of love as thought is the sacred creation. You have never been alone. It doesn't exist. It's used in the world for the evidence of separation, and even in the perception of, I love to be alone and get away from everybody. It's still separation. Even if it's, I'm terrified of being alone, it's still separation. There is no alone. And that can be frightening, strangely enough. If alone means escape out of fear. But even just that idea that you offer separation, it's being given to you so that you can see what everybody believes in and then make that choice. I don't want separation. Show me. Show me the way to let go of my own private thoughts that I've carried with me through lifetimes, and that all those thoughts are dependent on a me, a little self, a made-up identity that forgot about union, forgot about the holy oneness. So when you express private thoughts, now you can ask for the help to clear the mind and open it to love and rest in that love. No longer dependent on the words, the thoughts that the belief in separation made. You have permission to let them go and come home to the one thought that is everything, that is love. One little teaching, and it can take you into such deep healing. You can be released from an entire aspect of identity by accepting it and letting it teach you. Because that's all that healing is the yes, teach me, show me. correct my thinking. Peace is waiting. Because peace has always been what you are, always. You come home, the ego's intention is always that you be afraid of transformation, of healing, of awakening, remembering. But it is addiction, just the same as the addiction to a substance that the addict believes is important and necessary. And righteous in some way that the mind becomes so ill that it believes that the addiction is importantly real. That at some point, everyone who has had an addiction has a spark of remembering that they're here for a reason that they haven't fully realized yet. But it's just enough that it opens up a door. And those are your doorways in the everyday life. Out of habit, when you have habits of private thoughts and expectations and knowing, it's just to keep coming back and surrendering and asking to be led, because love wants to lead you, because you are the sacred creation, wanting to return home, which is peace, harmony, resting. And the joy. Only joy. I vote for you for God. It's an easy vote because it's voting for everything that is love. And God is what you are. Love is.